Just who's with us. Our people are organized, it's our people who are well divided. And if we're well divided, Babylon can do us as they like. Organization, it's key to a proper mobilization. Morning's true is the show, forget the people in one accord. Like when we want a strong united front in front of the enemy, or when we want to hold our reverence and praise the Lord. Whether abroad or in our yard, from radio or the same. Organization is the name, centralization is the game. Even though this is no game, it is a crying shame when the people can't even mobilize in a proper way. So we need to organize and start communicate. Lisa love set yourself straight. Check out the slate whip on the plate. Frisco need to organize and start conceptualize and put the plans in motion so we can start to actualize. Organize, organize. We need to organize. Organization is the key to the building of a station. Organize, organize. It's better to organize. To organize it is the key, just like a proper education. Organize, organize, and make we flex wise. Tell the youth them feel we afraid from wrong and heal Selassie I. Analyze and organize and spiritually mobilize. We need salvation, no need no mansion in the sky. The morning stew. Lisa Love, the Groove Master, and Mr. Frisco. Big up. 96.5, make we fly. Always make the people organize and centralize and strategically mobilize. Element of surprise. I thought we don't know small fries. Watch the rise. Watch Rastafari. Get over. Make Babylon turn over. Get run over. Roving with the rover. Organize and centralize. I Selassie.
It is Old School Tuesday, that's what it is. Inside the mornings, 2-1 channel. All right, there I go, there I go, there I go. All right, let's see. Welcome, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, there it is.
Morning, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Miss Lisa Love over on that side.
That's Mr. Groovy Man, the groovy one.
No, you see, you did it. You did it wrong.
Okay. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's
Let's
Mr.
do
Love.
it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Love from the Lap of Luxury.
In studios, we got Mr. Frisco.
And of course, we got the groovy one. The way in
the
crooked
protocol
tree.
There you go, there you
established.
go. Like a well-oiled machine.
Protocol has been established. Good morning, everybody.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, y'all have to stop saying that, you know. Yeah.
What do you want from me, man?
Yeah, I get one hastily worded memo from the
What?
That's right. Yeah, it's not a protocol.
No, I'm gonna look forward to hearing it for the September celebrations. That I know.
I
So
guess.
you speak. This is what I know. I'm telling you what I know. But yeah, good morning everybody, and welcome to Old School Tuesday. As what he said, and you should know this already. We have stuff for you, stuff and stuff,
Old
right?
School Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
If I decide
happened?
mine, I might give you an old school pick. I'm sure.
What?
Yes, I hear what. I done bribe already, so if you don't show that one, I got another one for sure. All right, there it is,
Do
folks.
it,
I guess it
do
ain't no
it.
joke.
Do it.
All right, good. So yesterday I had the budget presentation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I remember that being that long with the bills and thing being passed, and
I know the debate.
normally it was just like
the
the.
last
I don't remember.
debate.
It's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Because
anyway.
when the PM was over, when the PM was finished, I thought it was done, but no, there was an entire day of presentations.
Yes, debating and thing, I guess. Well,
I never realized that happened.
yeah. The man said that we got the second best GDP in the hemisphere, second only to Guyana, who everybody know Guyana, the swimming aisle, a goal. And we got the second best to them. There's a lot of millions. They would spend $9 million on the solar energy plant where Saudi Arabia may give it $200 million. So remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we would spend $9 million of that. $5.3 million upgrading Curacao to Sartoneta, $20 million for George Price Highway, $6.6 million for Caracol, $18 million for Philip Golson, $1.5 million for TB Ramos Highway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how them budget work, but if memory serves me correct, we may get money for do that. If UDP me there in.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, when PUP got in, a lot of the highways and bridges and things were in the works or already negotiated or something like that. All that's fine. I say, well, a lot of money being spent on roads. But where to go on with like social programs and poverty alleviation. But PM said that 52 cents out of every dollar go to salaries and pensions.
Mm-hmm.
And 43 cents out of every taxable dollar goes to salaries and pension. A lot of money for salaries and pension, I think over 500 million. But anybody will know anything about business will know that unless you owe, you know they grow.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody will have a house know that you have bills in your house to keep it running. So it does not matter if we just spend 52 cents out of every dollar and stuff like that because with the grow, with the make money, we have a big workforce and we have a big force of people where need pensions and stuff like that. So that's that growing pains. I think it's good when you have one thing like that they go on.
Well, economists want to tell you the government is supposed to have a big wage bill like that.
No, it shouldn't, but you have bills.
Yes,
Yes, you do
no,
have
bills
bills.
and wage bill are two different things. We talk about that we have to pay government workers that high.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was the point he's trying to make, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That the wage bill too high for the government.
But,
More than half of the expenditure, but hey.
Well, I know if I got to my thing, I know that 74 cents out of my dollar go to bills and allowance and things.
So he said that significant allocation of the budget for infrastructure projects, because he said that you can't grow an economy if your infrastructure is not in place.
Yes. You also can't grow an economy if your workforce isn't thrilled.
But if your people are hungry.
That's a lot of money. I had to tell you that, bro. That's a lot of money for infrastructure. And it's something to me, like I heard that it said in the charge, like how much of it? $3 million a mile. It was $1 million a mile when you made a bus road through one jungle. That's when it was $1 million a mile. When you to renovate road, we're done today. It's supposed to be less. You know how it going up.
I don't know. I don't know engineer.
Me neither. I gave that up last week.
It works.
I mean, what kind of work so we see it happen when we were heading to Cookie Tree lease? I know that no cost no little bit of money.
Right.
Yes, but what I'm saying, that money, as far as I know, was already allocated.
Well, I don't know. You said that. You never find it. Never find that.
No, all we had is several. All we had is maybe there's an engineer out there who's still the engine. We're all ears. Make we know the way it's supposed to cost, because I know $3 million a mile.
Per mile, that's a lot.
Kind of
well,
high.
remember,
Yeah.
material and anything they gone up.
Yeah,
everything
all of that
gone
go
up.
into it, bro. All of that go into it. It used to be $1 million a mile
Used to.
when it go through jungle. But when you have one road where all you want,
I don't know about that jungle thing, because when you do the mile, that's Philip Wilson Highway used to be the Northern Highway. So that me done did it. Western Highway, George Price Highway, that me done did it. And if you do over there road, that's no jungle. They're not existing roads whenever up to
That's why,
all right.
well, that's what he's saying. It should be cheaper.
I want even give you that.
Well, I don't know. I can't argue for the money.
$1 million a mile when they may do that. If then they renovate it now, should it still be $1 million because the infrastructure done there?
Well, me no know.
I ain't inquiring, man.
I believe that's what he's saying.
He said that different material and use. I don't want to kind of defend nothing, because I don't know what anything costs. But I don't know. But yeah, I know when when the sugar people had problems, and they say, well, if the infrastructure may in a place where they may have sugar problems and delays and whatnot. So
they're not long time. Nobody listen to me.
Right. So you either do infrastructure or you not do infrastructure. When you not do it, you say, well, I never do it. And then when you do it, you say, oh, you do it. Well, so me no,
but
I had on the fence. I had on the fence to that.
Yeah, I think people look at it and they feel like, you know what, $20 million for George Price, $9 million Solar Energy, $18 million Philip Golson, $6 million Caracol, $5 million Corozal. You got poor people there out there where they say, man, when you say something we want benefit, I know benefit the country, but the country not hungry, I hungry. The country not they look for one job, I they look for one job. The country not sick, I sick. How where they out there for benefit me? You know, and that's the way I they look upon a thing like that. I know they say that we don't need infrastructure built. We do. But you have to do it in a way where people feel like road no better than it. Remember when UDP made it dig up the build up road? When they made it do that to them, what was the slogan again? We can't eat road. We can't eat road. We still can't eat road. You know?
Actually,
we don't like the fact that
you could, because the road there forget the
food.
Get the food from one destination to the next.
You can't eat road, but
what's the name of the highway? What's the name of that famous highway that linked the north to the west in the
International
US? Route 66. Then a Route 66, one of them.
No, I-95.
I-95.
I-95, International Highway.
Whatever it was that link, whatever, when spend all that money for create the road. I mean, watch a thing pan that the other day.
Get your kicks on Route 66.
But yeah, man, I mean, hey, it's the budget.
Yeah.
It's our budget, so
it's a budget.
Fun circumstance.
And you know, if any hanky-panky for happen, like in infrastructure, I left that right there, I move on. I left that right there, I move on.
That's why, like I said, when I hear a thing like, okay, 9 million for the solar energy plant.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I heard in the news that Saudi Arabia may give you money, like crazy amount of 200 or some 2 million. Now, was that for the solar or was that for the hospital? I remember. 18 million for the Philip Golson Highway. I remember a few years ago, there was like $60 million allocated for that. You know?
So what
Well,
happened?
we'll see. The budget debate is
no.
Monday. I think Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. The
Yeah, I was
people who
about to say
supposed to
it starts Monday.
people who are supposed to do their homework will hear what they have to say. With that. So yeah.
Yeah. But we love the fact that we got the second greatest economy in the world. Well, at least the hemisphere.
The hemisphere.
Well,
The
at least,
hemisphere,
a
not the world.
region. Yes.
You give me something from the old school, man. Yeah, to talk about budget. So serious. Hold on, let me plug this real quick as well. And of course, people who have health issues. One, Robert Vanzi is asking for, and the family is asking for a blood donation. If
Okay.
you know him, they call him Robbie or Vanzi.
Robbie Vanzi. I wonder if he's related to our friend
Yes.
Vicky.
It's the brother of our Stuart.
Really?
Our good friend. So, for those who donate blood, if you're in that, the family is asking for donations in the name of Robert Vanzi.
Robert Vanzi. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Remember, it doesn't have to be the exact blood type because it would just replace.
Okay.
They would replace.
Yeah.
So if you are able to donate blood, can you kindly donate in the name of Robert Vanzi?
Yeah. Robbie.
Or Vanzi, known as Robbie or Vanzi.
In a case where you need a surgery and nobody was there to give you blood, they still did a surgery, right?
I would hope so. I really would hope so.
Well, our blood expert might chime in very shortly.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I don't see why they don't. The same way how they bill you cash, why don't they bill you for blood? I mean, if they have the blood, use it, and then they tell you, you need to return it or something.
Maybe you might forget. Some people might forget.
Yep. Tracy, write to Alberto August, and they tell him, if you don't call a national NPC meeting directly, I know I'll be leader. No, wait, what? Hold on, that's another way I mean. You better call that thing now. That's what Tracy said. Because the way how he worded the letter, it sounded like I only focus on being the Lou and I not care about the leader of the opposition or whatever. So right away, people say, what? Tracy don't want this thing no more. They opened the door for the ones who wanted it in the first place. But Tracy said, no, I'm not true. Me not going no way. So yes, we continue. I try.
Another day, another headline.
I try to stay outside. Somebody bring up a topic. Because I don't want to tell nobody that the president of those United States is taking a bribe willingly in front of everybody and he's too stupid to know.
Yeah.
Qatar.
Yeah, that might be the headline right there.
Yeah, Qatar, who is a funder of terrorism, a supporter of Hamas, who I know some mixed with Hamas right now because Hamas didn't do what they're supposed to do right now. But they tell Donald Trump, yo, stupid, we're going to give you a $400 million jet for nothing. We don't want nothing, and Trump say, okay, who are turned down a $400 million jet? Any leader of our country who got sense and morals would turn down a $400 million jet because they would also have the sense to realize you are being bribed. You are being coerced into giving a favor.
Right.
But because you want flying Ranga Palace where it look gaudy with gold, you would have sell out your country to get one piece of one plane. There is no more Russian in the United States than Donald Trump. There is no more of a Manchurian. Frisco always said this guy a Manchurian candidate. And I said, no, he can't be because he don't even know how to spell Manchurian. But I believe I know. This guy is a dope. And he's the most powerful man on the planet and the man senile. That's ridiculous. I know who else senile? Everyone where they follow, I'm afraid for talk. You got people out there right now where I know they listen to it, where every day then they post up, where they go on with Gaza? Oh, where they go on with? I want to put that fool in there. When Biden and Harris made in there, then they do what they had to do by agreements and treaties. But you know they were talking against it. They weren't talking about building up one Gadi, Mar-a-Lago type place in Gaza for white people. I don't know what they talk about. I found about it to talk about that. So more power to you. Yeah.
Boy, there was a 3.3 magnitude earthquake that felt in Illinois just now.
Really? That's nothing bad. That only shake the tower. Well, Illinois got very important. Illinois. Okay, Casale said, Groove, when the government says that the GDP is booming, minimum wage, family, all doing all the spending on basic needs because most money in Belize people make are minimum wage. Workers are spending the most money in Belize to survive every day. In his eyes, the economy is booming with poor people, but poor people can't save money. Yes, well, we have always said, for capitalism to grow, you need to have a ripe field of poor people. Yes. Capitalism cannot be big without poor people.
Oh yeah,
So,
you asked what's in Illinois? Illinois got the field Cubs.
The what?
They have Cubs, Wrigley Field.
Oh, that lad. What's in Illinois? That's not the best thing for foot.
They do have the sky deck.
Lad, Lisa.
What?
We not go on sky deck that princess or something. If you don't want country,
You're asking what's in Illinois that the earthquake. It's
but the 3.9 not significant. That's all right. They're gonna be all right.
Yeah,
that just show you how insignificant Illinois is because they're so insignificant they want to post up on 3.9 earthquake. I know people will belch louder than that.
The Pope is from Illinois, remember?
All right, yo, give me something on the old school, man. Come on. Yeah.
As you said, they cut up his style with the picture, eh?
What? No, sir. Pictures are there.
Listen to me. I depend on the fence to try to send up my old school picture, you know.
Man, do it and done.
Send up the thing.
Behave on yourself.
I beg you do. We're behaving.
Don't be a chicken, you 30.
All right.
He already called me a chicken last week.
What is this?
This the Balano beautiful stewardesses, flight attendants.
Yeah.
They don't look Belizean at all.
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah?
Yo, I played. You remember one time Belizean, to look Belizean, you had to be of a certain hue. I had to tell you, I don't lie to you, I plagiarized that symbol. I thought that was the coolest symbol right there. And when I lived in New York, I hand painted one bunch of those like a t-shirt and a short set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had Balgani. Bal was one thing where was one very, very good thing for we, I think. But I'm not exactly sure what that is story, but I hear that there was some skullduggery. I hear that when you go up on Bal, you used to get like the best food. Bal was like on top of the line, you know. Mm-hmm. You don't get no dibby, piam, poco tempo food. You get lasta, you know, you only get a tail, you get a head. But something gone on, and I hear that a lot of big people lost money and were ostracized and stuff like that. You want to be close personal, Bali.
Hey, Groove, use a big word.
Ostracized.
Oh, I think you mean Bali. Yo, yes, Buck, I know it's Tuesday. Thank you very much for reminding me.
Leave him.
Oh Lord.
Leave him. All right. There you go.
Ross Buck strikes again.
How you mean? In the cover of darkness.
Belizean
Okay.
Airwave. That's what it was.
There you go.
That's what you're looking at.
What model was that plane right
That
there?
was a Belize Overseas, no, Belize Airways Limited.
Yeah.
I know what model plane that? A
If
Boeing
it's a
what?
boy,
A
It was a
Boeing what?
Boeing. Well, I'm not sure. It was an old plane. Looked like a 737 to me.
I was gonna say 747.
Well, let's go to 727 then. Actually, no, it's 711.
Just well, yeah. See you. That's it. 7-Eleven.
Yep.
Mhm.
Was Belize.
7-Eleven, baby. It's not.
Not yet. Not yet. We have our baby. She's on cue. Alarm and everything.
7. The answer the type in was wish, wash, wish, wish.
And what are you
Okay.
getting? Ish wash ish.
Deleuze Airlines. Deleuze Airlines.
This I know school is coming to an end for a lot of people already because my immediate neighbor want to say congratulations to her.
Yeah.
Promise this weekend and graduation is end of the month from SCA. So congratulations. But this is a binder, an old
yeah,
a binder.
boy,
that
I
you
can remember
put
the
in
days, man.
over. Huh?
I can remember the days.
Of course, everybody had their binder. They had their
Yeah.
folder and typing sheets. That would have pocket on the covers and the inside, and you would put your graph paper in there and
What kind of paper?
graph paper, and at the
Oh.
back you might have typing sheets. Just saying, because inside you have that's the typing sheet. What's the typing sheet? Typing sheet is a plain one, Frisco.
Yeah, I got folder
Typing
sheet and I
sheet,
got
that one
typing
without
sheet.
Folder
holes.
sheet. Okay,
Yeah.
folder sheet. Inside the binder would have your
Man,
folder
look
sheet
at
and the
it was
pocket.
just work. Oh
I
Lord,
know.
take me back to
That
school.
was-
No,
that
don't
was
do it.
work, yo. But it was good work.
Whatever you say.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I miss like my shorthand class. I would
You miss what?
shorthand. I might just know how to do my name.
I never
I'll
mind.
be all right.
I made sure that I get.
My shorthand
I
teacher
got
was
all
quite
of my
cool.
shorthand class.
My teacher was cool. She was really cool.
Oh,
yeah.
hell no.
Rest easy, Miss Sands. Rest easy.
Miss Sands, shorthand.
Leave-
Imagine
yes.
that. We waste a whole couple of years with shorthand for nada. Not
Then I
one
think we don't
thing.
need my boy.
Not one thing.
Gosh.
Who the hell nobody use shorthand anymore?
No.
Anyway, it is what it is.
But that was cool though. She was nice.
If you say so.
She was just nice.
All right, we were actually almost close. It was a Boeing 720.
Okay. What was the name of the other airline?
Taka and San Pansasha.
No, the Belize one. The one that Mr. Aikman had.
This was it.
That was it? You sure?
Bao. I think it was Bao.
No, but he got. He had.
No?
Anybody can remember that forward the thing came? I don't remember. I think he had a different name.
Okay. Somebody might tell us then.
2804299.
Us. Yeah, I missed my shorthand class, guy.
There's a lot of crap that we learn in a school that we don't need for learn. The only reason why I got a shorthand class was so I could grow up with 2 correct size hands. But other than that, a lot of them things we don't need.
All right, let me see who they are. Carmelo.
Quick, quick change.
What?
Huh?
Then I even do cursive, not just a shorthand now.
They know the what?
Cursive.
Cursive? Yeah.
But let's
Oh,
do
yeah,
shorthand
cursive.
now. So that was a morning, then morning, lease morning. These are you
Good
getting things to
morning.
confirm?
Let me check. Let me check.
Huh?
I'm checking.
Yeah, you know, tell me now, tell me later. But Steve,
Yes, ma'am.
I love the relationship with me and Frisco have
Uh-huh.
because I could go cheat and call him and tell him that I cheated, but I bring home this and I bring home that, and he's okay with it.
Yeah, I
No,
don't want
not
to tell
yet,
everybody.
Mayor.
I don't want to tell everybody.
I don't
though.
want STD.
That's
As
all
long
I
as I don't want
tell nobody
STD.
but God.
No, yes, never tell that. All right. Don't tell anybody but God.
Mayor, not as yet,
Yeah.
okay?
Anyway, that's last morning.
Yes, never tell
Tell her
anybody
what I
but God.
said.
Hey,
Tell
Dano,
her
they
I
in
said
tune
not
too, you
as
know.
yet.
Dano, the right boat.
Yeah, morning Dana, beautiful Dana.
Not Dana, Dano.
Oh, Dano, yeah, oh, morning Dano. One time I said Dano, the last time I said Dano, I make election day.
Dano tell me that. Dano said, don't ever tell anybody but God.
Yes, right.
Keep it a secret.
Right. Anyway.
We could hear Dana now too if you
Frisco.
want. Yes.
Please tell Mayor I said not as yet.
I soon do pork for you.
Oh, yes.
It's on Friday and Monday, right, boo?
I like it soft and skinny.
I know I like it, man. I know forget.
When I say skinny, I don't mean thin. I mean with the skin.
I know. I don't forget.
All right, Mer. Who birthday? Oh, he done gone. Where Groove there? Hey, Groove, I know to put this picture up until I come back, punish.
He needs
Are they right
to
there,
show your
Tom?
face. He might be eating something.
No, I don't want to eat nothing. Yeah. All right. So here we go.
Yo.
I try. This is my old school pick, everybody.
Watch out.
I was a little lad right here. Hold on to that. And I want several things I want to notice in this picture. I want to notice the chair. I want to notice the Coke bottle. Be a hater. All right. I want to notice the shirt. I want to know. All right. The whole. All right. The swag. Everything.
You guys said I gotta go on,
All
yeah.
right. This is my old school.
What's the
Yeah.
pretty pants? I see
Look
the
on his
pretty
boating.
pants.
I mean, look on Frisco anyway.
You don't tell me about no poor thing, boy. As the man right there. Look at that. Look at that.
Not a Coke bottle.
Watch your Lee boy.
Yes. I don't even look on that. Make I go in at wait, hold on.
Don't be a hater. I don't tell her. Don't be a hater. Don't.
Yes, make I go in here so and look on this thing good and close up and zoom in. Yes.
They don't put the picture up. Put the picture up.
Yeah, it's up already.
It's up.
Yeah, they up.
All right, there it is. Yeah, yeah. So semi sandals or semi long.
I told you, the socks did it.
Right. Who they put my shirt?
The man got on.
Watch your.
You got I noticed you got a Coca-Cola pint next to you.
Yes, watch your Coke pint.
Yeah, man.
All right. So
Yes,
remember what?
I see you got your hockey player next to you.
Right.
By your shot.
No.
By your shot.
The style of chair. What you call that?
That's from the settee.
That's it.
That's not from the settee.
That's not a settee, that's still a chair.
It's
No,
a
man.
chair.
But
It's
there's a-
part
No,
of the
no, no. I
settee.
can't remember. There's a difference between sofa and I think that settee is right.
Wasn't
But it's a
settee you want
part
long?
of. It's a
Wasn't
part
settee
of
you want
the
sofa?
set for Steve. Isn't it a part of the set?
That part of
Yes,
set.
you had-
Yes.
Yes.
You had your settee when me long, you had your love seat, where I don't know what I call it, then when me shorter, and then you had your single seat.
Yes,
A
yes.
part
But
of
the
I
the
set,
want to know
settee.
that
Yeah.
for who pants you may wear.
why I saw the boy look at? I saw the pants them in tan milli boy. It's up there, boy. Don't be a
You say,
hater.
you know that when they take that picture right there?
When?
When they say, statue, open your mouth, no do nothing, no swallow. You are a very, very cute kid, Mr. Frisco.
Ah, boy.
Yes.
Of course.
I don't know where me to go on
Alright.
I don't know why I'm open, but yeah.
I mean, they say,
God.
throw it, quick, throw it.
Right.
Somebody had a marshmallow front of you.
Good.
Yes.
I've done the deed.
Open your mouth.
Yes.
Right?
And as they say,
Yeah.
open your mouth, that's what you did.
You know what time that picture was taken, Lise?
When?
7-Eleven.
Baby.
No, I never talk. Taka wasn't a Belizean thing.
No.
Where the hell Derek he aligned me? Oh, maybe I'm a ball. I don't know. Hit me up.
Ras Buck sent me a message where he say it look like Pippi Longstocking in a sock.
Yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter. I can't do nothing about it.
That's a me style. You know what I mean? A
Of course,
style to wear look like
all
a
of us
gun.
had that.
You remember the white socks we had the collars around them, around the top? Then they gone.
Here, Dano say, my mouth open, guy to prepare for ball. Nah, I don't have no ball in face. Stop it.
About that.
You
About
weren't no
that.
bala, baby.
I never want to say that I'm a ball in face there, but I know I say
What's
nothing.
that? I would not say that.
All right. Take down the picture now. Come on. You got that up too long now. You're going too far, Christy.
Every now and I get into your field while you show up again, or. But no, Bex.
I never done sauce neither.
No, it
Those
wasn't
share me
Kansas.
granny make me vanish them bad memories Christmas time. Casale. Yeah. No. I know that Tanzania that was not Belize one, but I know that.
Oh, no.
I try my way.
That
Kai, there's maybe that be two,
Somebody's
maybe that be ball.
coming.
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think that
That ball. I only know the other Mayan and Tropic.
because now all the picture. I think when that thing happened in the 90s.
Mm.
So ever you think Derek me young then?
No, I'm saying no. The picture with what you have there that look like a 70s picture.
Yeah, that is.
When the man had the airline, in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
Early 90s. What the hell was the name of that?
I can't remember either. All I remember is bow.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember.
Come on, we gone over this topic already or no?
Yes, we
So
did.
that you like bring up that topic and do your research.
Are you the show a picture with? All right. Moving on then. Oh, I sent y'all a message in the group. We got to take a break.
All right.
Yeah, no problem.
All
Yeah, I answered
All
already.
right, good. We'll be right back
All right.
then.
We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're locked into the morning stew. It's old school
On
Tuesday.
a Tuesday.
Moms continue to create, build, and inspire. So this Mother's May, let's celebrate them by getting everything a mother may need from Brothers Habit. And
All right, it's old school Tuesday. Yeah. Let's bring back the crew. Lisa Love.
Now you're going to turn it off? I saw what you did.
I know what you did last summer.
Yeah. All right, good. So, according to the one and only, right now,
Okay.
it was Belize Transair. That was the name.
Don't ever forget that.
Yes.
I never remembered that.
And somebody I'm gonna get a story the other day about I think because we're gonna talk about the Pope and his visit on the show.
Yeah.
Remember yesterday we were gonna talk about Gary Matthews.
Uh-huh.
We line up for see Gary Matthews, the Pope and the Queen, right?
Right.
No, we're talking about the Pope and the Queen. I had a discussion with somebody and Gary Matthews come up. So while I'm going to read this thing about my cousin,
Oh, okay.
I did not know, according to this piece, that he was one of the instrumental people.
Yeah.
Were bringing Gary Matthews the Belize at the time.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yo, and I'll tell you something. I saw a thing that said 10 things you didn't know about Derek Aikman.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's a lot of things that you didn't know. And the truth of the matter is, it seemed like, there are some people who go into public service with principles, and there are some who go into public service wishy-washy. He was one of the principal ones. And when a party that he was in, goes against some of the principles he felt, he would leave. And to prove that PUP and UDP are the same thing, they both, apparently from what I read, conspired to kick him out of the House of Representatives.
Remember, he gave that. He was on the show when he gave that story with Ashcroft.
Yeah. And the thing is, unlike now, back then, apparently, when you were in politics back then, if you filed for bankruptcy or something like that, if you were poor, you couldn't be in. Like today now, where you could go in politics broke like a dog and come out a millionaire.
Broke and bankruptcy are two different things.
Yeah. No. Of course, duh. But I'm just saying, the way how we do things now are completely different. people go into politics and they come out way better than they went in, and nobody
Right.
question it.
No, but
Nobody question
I
it.
think up to now, if anybody filed for bankruptcy, they got to come out.
Uh-huh.
No, they're not. They're
I,
not outside of the fence.
that you're sure they're not that? You're sure? Morning,
Good
sir.
morning.
How are
Welcome
you?
back. Welcome back.
Hi.
That's right. You came on just
Much
in time.
appreciated.
How are you doing?
What's going on,
No,
man?
but-
It seems like you're here.
I always love seeing your lovely faces.
Yeah, no, true.
And it's one of those things where, after this it might be a while, so I have to appreciate the
No, man, listen to me.
opportunities.
September, I'll be at
That
right
which
clear
one
now.
which one are we to talk to know?
Oh no. Oh
okay.
no.
Hey,
Okay.
before you think blink and turn on the light, it's gonna be September, you know.
September.
Well,
Uh-huh.
that's the thing right there. But yeah, this is, Made in Belize is one of our signature events here at the chamber, and I'm
That we
happy to
like.
be on
We
to
like
dis-
that too.
Yeah, I'm happy to be on to discuss it and have the Belizean people learn why they should come out to the event. So,
All
yeah.
right. Well, just in case some folks might not know what it is.
Do tell.
Yeah, so Made in Belize right now, just give me 1 minute at a try. I noticed that my screen blur. Give me 1 minute.
Obviously, it's about Made in Belize. Yo, we did a whole Made in Belize thing at Cashew Fest on the mornings too,
Yeah,
Frisco and I had
support.
covered an
and this
event
is the
as
thing,
well.
right? While Made in Belize, specifically, right? Because the Made in Belize Trade Show is a registered event under the Chamber of Commerce. We do know that there are other events that are similarly named, and we're part of that team that encourages the promotion of anything local. We say buy in Belize, support your local homegrown, and that's really what we believe in. And we've partnered and collaborated with several organizations in Belize to do similar events. They might have a different name, but either way, we're encouraging people to shop and support their local entrepreneurs and businesses, because that's really what the event is about. Supporting local, buying local, and there's a lot of things that go along with that. But just to start, Made in Belize Trade Show, it all takes place this Saturday at the Macal River Park in San Ignacio, Cayo, from 10 a.m. to 6
Andrew.
p.m. Come out and be a part of. Yeah, tell me, I kind of noticed your doradas. I noticed you to eat your doradas.
Made in Belize. Made in
Yeah.
Belize.
Hey, big
This
up,
I
boy,
know
and
they
boy.
be sure,
Yes.
you know. We support the Belizean entrepreneurs.
Yes, and I know Bowen is doing a really good job with the Doradas line as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of we have one favorite. I have my favorite. My favorite that the one we group to eat right now. I wish I could have maybe.
Nachos. I like the nachos, and I like the what is one here? Alcalde? Asada.
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 What you say,
Yeah.
alcalde?
I'm thinking alcalde. Yeah.
Boy. Oh my goodness.
Nice though.
Asada.
Yo,
Mhm.
we've also promoted the noodles that we're
Mhm.
selling here. That them
Yeah.
even advertise, But it's just that we promote them so people could
Yeah, it's
know
a-
that the options are out there.
That we have
It's a
stuff
quality
made in
product and the
Belize.
options are there.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we, it's such a funny thing, because when people say, it's like, who am I out there? Why should I come out there? It's like, what separates it from any other event? And it's
Mm.
primarily that. It's just that you might say, oh well, this not make that Belize. Is like, yes, the specific unit to put the product together might not have been made in Belize. Obviously, we don't produce certain materials here.
Mhm.
But the concept of it came about here in Belize, and the idea to put it together. So like, perfect example is like, if you have a pepper company, right, or a
Mhm.
pepper business, Belize doesn't produce bottles, so you have to find the
Mhm.
packaging
You have to-
somewhere.
Right.
So we have to outsource it, but the pepper itself that you're consuming, that's made in Belize. So there is some leeway in terms of, the term made in Belize, but ultimately, as long as the majority of your product is Belizean, is sourced locally, we consider it a product that can be featured at the event. And this
That's
year, I
all.
think, we're almost at capacity. We do still have some spaces available if people are interested, but I think we have over 100 exhibitors that are going to be at the Macal River Park this Saturday.
And they have about how many products that are made in Belize, and it's funny. I'm talking like food products. Well,
Well,
you
let me
can't
let
say
me go
food
through the
product.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I could go through the list very, very
Yeah,
quickly,
go
right?
through. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
We do have organizations like NEME and Belt Trade that are also
Mhm.
partnering and being a part of the event, and they have their own exhibitors that they're help supporting, they're sponsoring them to be a part of the event. But just going down the list, I mean, we have cleaning products that are made in Belize, we
Mhm.
have sangria, we have salsa, we have skin and hair care products, we have some different type of services that are going to be out there too. So, like the Financial Services Commission are going to be out there, Smart Belize is going to be out there, but we also still go
Yeah.
back to food. We have Western Dairies, we have Wine Time, who does wines, obviously. We have some of the schools that are going to be out there. We have people who do arts and craft, who do handicraft, who do juices, who produce, honey and rice, skin and hair care products, some of the manufacturing companies that do woodwork. And again, the list can go on. People that
Yeah.
do things out of banana fibers, people who produce clothing, and of course, the food vendors are going to be out there, so you can get your pizza. And I want to say, technical is still made in Belize because everything that the ingredients,
Yeah.
all of them are sourced here. So,
Exactly.
pizza, tacos, you could get your sausage and a steak. You could come out and get your barbecue.
They like
Um,
that.
we have a very popular favorite that people are really known. Miss Debs is going to be out there. I know people can't wait to eat her cheese fries and burgers. Um,
You know,
there's
um,
so many different variety that really it's another event that we encourage people to come out just because you never know what you might meet out there. That's really the whole point of coming out is that you might see a new product that you never thought that you could source in Belize. Some of us have skin conditions. I have eczema, and some of these same people I support because I met them at a previous Made in Belize or Chamber event. Specifically, shout out to Hello Body. Kendra does a great job of promoting skincare products for a variety of uses. So, these are the types of businesses that are, it's more so highlight for micro, small, and medium, but we do also have some large vendors out there as well.
that's why I slowed down when I was asking the question about what kind of food, because I know it's not only food, it's all across the board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Belizeans are producing things. And what I like about it too,
Exactly.
honestly, is the quality of not only the product, but the way how they're presenting it, the packaging.
Yeah.
So Lisa and Frisco get back with me the other day, right? And I'll tell you why. Because there's a Belizean company out there where there's a noodle that we eat, everybody across the world eat it. We cost like $1.25, $1.50 or something like that for that
For
noodle.
eight noodles.
Yeah, and now there's a Belizean noodle that come out where they charge, I think, like
Mm.
half the price. Me being a fair person, and I said, well, if we could pay dollar something for that, whether or not for we, why would we feel bad to pay dollar for something where that is for we? And
Mm-hmm.
some people will say, well, we should have charged. I think that we should charge less for a product if we make them here, but we shouldn't feel bad to pay the same thing, for our product as
You
we would
know,
for somebody else's.
I think the common misconception that a lot of people have is that, oh, if it's produced in Belize, it's going to be expensive. And of course,
Mm-hmm.
there's things that go along with that. But one of the things that I would say personally, just from experience, that you can't knock is the quality. And the reason why I say that is because if you purchase a handbag that's made in Belize and you purchase a handbag that's made in, let's say, China, for instance, right? And it's not a knock on anything that comes from China, but just in terms of how it's sourced, right? Because sometimes you get products that are branded in the US, but obviously they're produced somewhere else. But we do have quality handbags here in Belize. We have quality handbag makers here in Belize. But because it's priced differently or it might look different, there's people, I know people who spend $600 to $1,000 on a handbag, and we are producing handbags for a fraction of the cost, but because it doesn't have that branding
Yep,
that
Right.
people are used to, they're
yep.
they're wary to purchase it, and it really shouldn't be that way. I would say give at least give somebody or the business the opportunity to prove you wrong. Because at the end of the day, even if you don't like the product, if you're giving your feedback to that person and say, hey, I purchased your handbag and it tore on me in a week, you can go back to that person and say, oh, well, can you do something to rectify it? And more than likely, these people, because they're local, they'll go out of their way to either fix the issue or even provide you a new one because it was an error on their part. And that's how these businesses grow. You understand me? These are how they learn how to better their product. But a lot of the times, I think we also want to just be confrontational as opposed to
Yeah.
being fully supportive, which means giving
I
constructive
agree.
criticism about the product and saying, hey, I didn't like how your nachos tasted. This is what I think you could have done to make it better. And if they improve on it, then that's great. And if they choose not to, that's on them. But at the end of the day, you did your part to support them. And that's really what I do. I mean, as much as I love sourcing the products that are from abroad, I like certain products that are made locally, and I will go with that. Like some of the soaps that are coming out from the makers here in Belize,
Yeah.
they're amazing. I really like them. I think we all used to Rosa Venus and Zest and these brands. And you might pay a little bit more in terms of pricing, but if you have the money, support them. I think you'd be
Yeah.
fully surprised and content with the type of product that you're getting in the end.
And the thing is, if we do support them, the majority of time the prices are going to drop a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because the increase in sales that they get, the more mass production they could do, so it could go down. I gotta tell you something with me, bro. Especially now, what this tariff thing proves to me was that half of those bags and shoes where people pay $1,400 for, they're being made for $100. And like you said,
Mm-hmm.
when they send them back, they only to put on your label and then it's made in Italy, made in France.
Mm-hmm.
But you're getting the same quality of material. And I tell you, I have bought hat made in Belize, like the cowboy hat. I have bought the
Yeah.
saddlebag kind of thing for like 5 years and the thing still look good. I never pay half the money that you would have paid if you bought it internationally. So I
Mm.
support, I am so much, I love American food. That's the only thing I love about them. But when I go shopping now, I literally look to see where it's made. I
Mm-hmm.
try to buy things that's made in CARICOM region, made in
Right.
Belize, made
I
in
think with us, I believe that's where we are right now.
Yeah, yeah,
We go
because
and we look for them.
Yeah.
and
And I
I think
think,
that what you guys should do is compel supermarkets have a Belize section. Have a section where
yeah.
people know this the Belizean products. Yeah, you know.
Well, we also send a special buyer's invite. We
hmm
partner with our different partners, such as like the Belize Hotel Association and the Belize Tourism Board, and even the Belize Tourism Industry Association. We send them like special the different businesses or the different organizations in that sector to come out and learn about what's out there, and really that's another way for the businesses who might be interested in the products that the exhibitors sell at Made in Belize. They might actually want to come out and learn about what's being out there. And I think especially for the tourism industry, as an example,
Frisco,
they
you just
have
gonna eat one
you
whole
know
lot of Belizean products just now.
you know the amount of products that will be out at Made in Belize could stock a gift shop 10 times
All
over.
right, all
You
right.
understand me? They're just the variety, and things that you didn't even think you might need. You could find out there from simple thing as games, because I know there's two game providers just in terms of like,
Yeah.
I think one Season Lingo. I think everybody knows Season Lingo, way to say, and
hmm
even the Mines is another business that has a game similar to Chalupa, but it's like the Belizean Chalupa. And they're going to be out there, and I tell you, there's such a variety of products that you could stock the gift shop, you could stock your shop, you could stock your shelves. And again, it's not only about the local tourism industry, but the businesses on a whole. All of the people that have supermarkets, like you said. I think you know for me, I mean, at least I've seen it. If you go to Golden Bay, I mean, depending on who you ask, it's different, right? But they do have an area that's specifically set up for Belizean products. I think that's a great
Really?
idea on their part that they
Yeah.
have where you go to the, as you walk to the entrance and you go to the left side, you'll find products from, I think from Bowen and Bowen, they have Belikin products there. I think Mari Sharp products, they have a couple
Yeah.
products from Shoppers, if I'm not mistaken. And so, definitely is something that we encourage businesses and even the regular person that might be going to visit the market day because that is a San Ignacio market day, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
go to market day, you buy your fruits and vegetables, and then you take a walk down the street. You take only block and a half walk, and you come out to the Made in Belize event because it's if you're new to San Ignacio or to that area, the Macau River Park, where we're going to be at, is across from Hodes. I think a lot of people know where Hodes is. It's
Okay.
across
Mm-hmm.
from Midas if you want to go, because Midas is right down the street. And it's also across from the Quality Poultry Chicken, or you could say it's right behind Guava Lim. So, depending on which one of these businesses you know, it's not that hard to find. It's right across from the stadium as well. So, yeah, it's going to be a great event. At least from what the weather looks like, I think it's going to hold up for us this weekend. But we will have tents available around just in case. But
Yeah.
yeah, we have over 100 businesses that are
Wow.
welcoming. They want you to come out and be a part of the event.
So
And
tell
you
us
don't have to be too
where and
concerned.
when again? Where,
I, I
when?
I just want to say, bro, I think that if I had money, or an entrepreneur out there, if they were to open a business that just sell the Belizean products, I think we have enough products right now in Belize that a store could do it, and then everybody who really want to be have national pride know, all right, well, I don't have to go about here and look, it's right over there,
Right
all the
there.
products I
Mm-hmm.
need. One of our listeners want to know, is that you used to watch the Cosby Show?
If I used to watch it, I used to
The
watch it.
Cosby Show, yeah.
Yeah.
Because somebody want to know, is that an official Gordon Cottrell you have on? Yes. You remember the Gordon Cottrell shirt with your yeah.
Yeah, tier one and then Denny's made.
Yes. But yeah, man. But anyway, we urge
No,
people,
So
and
I
then
was
yeah,
asking Andrew to tell us
yeah.
where and when
Yeah,
again.
so it's at the Macau River Park this Saturday, the
Okay.
17th. I have to stress that this Saturday, the 17th of May, it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Of course, I mean, if you come down a little bit early, we'll still consider bringing you in because the event is free, and I'll be remiss if I don't remember to say that the event is absolutely free. We have some amazing sponsors that have partnered with us this year to make the event successful. The event is free. We just encourage everybody to come out from
Sure.
far north, south, from the islands, especially like those in Placencia and Dangriga, people that are coming out from the city or in Joac, PG, Corozal, San Pedro, Kikaka, everybody. Come out and be a part of the event. I think you'll be thoroughly surprised about the level of quality and of products and also the availability of services because we can't forget the services sector. They're going to be out there as well. I think you'll be quite happy walking away with either you're walking away with knowledge or you're walking away with a bag of products. And
her
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
pride,
it's
I know for
both.
her
me, I'm
pride.
pretty sure
Andrew, I'm sure it's going to be
our
both.
prize because we can't remember the prizes. Yeah, we can't forget the
Well, yeah.
prizes because most of they're either going to be having deals, giveaways. I know people love getting them bag and pen and pencil. So, these are things that they're definitely going to be giveaways as well as
Yeah.
prizes to be won. But yeah, make
I
it
didn't
an
know that. I
yeah.
was saying pride. I didn't know you were giving away prizes. I
Well,
was
yeah,
saying
well,
pride
pride,
because
prizes, everything in between,
yeah.
everything in between.
When I see things like that, I literally feel proud about it. I,
Of
I mean, when
course.
I see like Belizeans
Mhm.
stepping up, there was a time when if you buy something from Belize, they a little plastic bag tie up, and you buy
Mhm.
it because you want to support them. But now
Hey,
I noticed when you go buy something where produced at Belize, it come legit, and you feel
I
obligated to help and to support.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in a different time, and a lot of people they don't necessarily know my background, so they don't know that I am mixed. They see my skin color, and they're like, "Oh, he look mestizo," and so they will
I
come
be
and
think
speak
you
to me.
the Rasta all this time. I be think you the
So
Rasta.
So the reason why I bring it up is because I had a dual race household
Mm-hmm.
where, I wasn't just limited to certain experiences. And the point that I'm trying to get to is that to this day, because I know I age myself, but I'm over 30, but
Mm-hmm.
I still drink Ideal out of them plastic bag when they buy it at the shop. They buy a
Yeah.
pack of Ideal for like $3 and then put it in the. I still buy that just
Yep.
because for me it's a one, I know the product more than likely will be very, very good. And two, it's affordable. And I'm supporting that business to be able to make it
Yep.
better for themselves
Yeah.
because then the regular plastic bag might turn into a different type of packaging eventually, but it required the support that I'm giving right now. And that's really what, these types of events have humbled me to a point where I see the early beginnings of businesses and how they start up to where they are maybe 2 or 3 years down the line, and they have really, really grown. So that's, again, it's something that I look forward to at the event, and I hope the people listening and tuning in will be able to be out there and be a part of the experience as well, because we also, I want to make sure I say it because I did try to remember everything. We will have a kids area, so if you want to bring out your kids, there's going to be bouncy houses. There's going to be an area that has like swings and slides for them and places to sit down. So you don't have to worry about it. I won't say leave your kids alone and walk around
Mm-hmm.
trying to find, but definitely there's something for everybody in the family out there.
Yep.
Okay.
And well, we urge everybody to go out there. I know they have people where I support with some of what they do. And I'll tell you, there's a woman that cooked food where I don't like the way how we season it and stuff like that. But I know that she cook with a good heart, and I know that she try. So I'd buy food, and if something go on, I'd ask Carla and say, yo, so you put leave it too much pepper, man. You put leave something like that. But I wouldn't get on Facebook like I see a lot of people do and like
Yeah.
blast these people. You might go there and something happened that day and it might not taste the way you wanted or and you
Mm.
blast them. You don't do that. You support your people that you see out there with a try and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, I think
over
blasting is a last resort unless
yeah,
they went out of their way to make your experience as bad as can be.
Mm-hmm.
And just being in business for many years, I know that mistakes do happen. You
yeah,
know, these things can happen, and you don't want to necessarily get somebody fired for a misunderstanding if it could have been
yeah,
rectified by
Mm-hmm.
just speaking to somebody in management. I think we as a culture, we have to really step up and support our locals, support our fellow Belizeans. I think
hmm,
at the end of the day, that's really what we're trying to achieve. We see the budget presentation yesterday, and we look at everything that the government has presented, and we say, you know what, all of these percentages and monies and everything being allocated is fine, but at the end of the day, if you're not supporting your locals, then you're not really doing your best to help support the economy. And that's really what we want. We want the Belizean business community, as well as those individuals out there, to be able to have a better life for themselves. And that's really what we're trying to achieve. And hopefully, by being a part of this event, you experience something different. You are able to have a new product in your home, and you learn a little bit more about Belize and what's made in it.
yes. Well said, sir. Well said. We at the Morning Stew, we work hand in hand with BCCI every time they on the show, and we discovered something that I think, will excite you guys. Um, we discovered a woman in Cookie Tree who is making meatballs, stewed meat, making all kind of thing out of cashew.
Even
Out
panades
of
made,
cashew. She
remember?
made panades out
She
of
made
cashew.
cashew tamales.
That
Yeah,
is
and
super interesting.
I'm sure there's a vegetarian business or a vegan business out there that would be interested. So, maybe some sort of way they could link up. But
Yeah.
again, the village council gave her a freestyle because when I heard she got cashew panades, I tell Donna, try call the psychiatrist, please, because something wrong with Joe. But when I tasted it, bro, it looked like meat. It tasted like meat, and I think that another industry we might pop up that believes
Yeah. I
help
think
there.
that was similar to me in my first experience with Jippy Japa. If anybody has tried Jippy Japa from down south, I was really, really surprised when I tasted that for the first time because it's, you'd never think that a plant could taste a certain way. But of
Yeah,
course, some people have magic hands in Belize and they can make
Mm-hmm.
anything taste good with,
I
with
tell
the
you.
right seasoning.
The only thing where to slow down my tilapia ice cream, to be honest, I BCC, I know and give me that blessing. They say that.
No, no, no. No, no,
Wow.
no. The cone could probably shape like one tilapia, but we're not going into the flavor of the
Yeah,
seasoning.
that's what they say. They say, oh, they're not into the tilapia ice cream flavor. I don't get it. Anyway,
All right.
well,
Yeah. Yeah. Very good. Very good. How did the
well,
How was the job fair before we sign out of this segment?
No,
Good. It was
the
good.
job fair was really good actually. We had a great turnout again this year. We had about the same number of people visiting like last year. And we want to thank everybody who participated, who were exhibitors, the sponsors, but especially so the students, the individuals who are out, the job seekers who are out there looking for jobs. We really, really appreciate the fact that they came out and they wanted to see what was available. And I think just based off the feedback of the exhibitors of this year, of course we're gonna do it again next year. But yeah, we got some good feedback. It's always going to be tough to have job fairs in different districts only because of the logistics. But it's not like we're
Mm-hmm.
not considering that. But there are some logistical hurdles that you need to overcome before you can consider moving to, let's say, maybe far south or far north. But that's where one of the things that we actually are happy that we did. I think about three weeks ago or a month ago, we actually opened a Toledo chapter, and that chapter is going to basically help us facilitate a job fair in that area in the near future. But again, we really enjoyed having all the job seekers out there. I think a lot of people were surprised at the level of job seekers and just in terms of their skill set, their education, their experience, and what they could potentially bring to their organization. And so, yeah, it's definitely something we look forward to. We still have two huge events coming up for the remainder of the year. Um, and I think even like, even though we're discussing Made in Belize, definitely the one that I want to big up because it's coming up pretty soon, Expo Belize Marketplace. We're going to be opening the portal to be able to reserve your boots very soon. So do be on the lookout for that. That's another staple of the September celebrations is just being a part of the expo as well, coming out and getting products out there as well. That one is obviously not limited to just products made in Belize. But yes, we have many different things coming up soon. And if you want to learn more about the chamber, reach out to us. You can send us a WhatsApp message. Easy. Send us a WhatsApp message to 614 31 38. If you want to, you could send us an email. If you want to be more formal, send us an email to bcci@belize.org. Or you can just follow our Facebook and Instagram pages and message us there.
Okay. Sounds good.
when you guys hear a report like what came out yesterday saying that we're the second best economy in the region and stuff like that, as a part of the chamber, you guys have a role to play in that because you guys deal with the businesses and like that. Your opinion, looking at and seeing what you've been seeing, are we headed for a more producing country, or are we going to remain? Like there are countries where have to import a lot of stuff, and there are countries where
Well,
start to develop their own.
I'll just say this on that point, right? Because I can't speak for everybody here, but I'll speak for
Hmm.
myself.
Mm-hmm.
But just in terms of where we are, when you look at unemployment, and there's, a low unemployment rate can mean different things. It can mean that, there are people that are getting hired in the system. It can also mean that people are just going in another direction, whether they're opening businesses for themselves, specifically, when we talk about Made in Belize, people opening business for themselves, getting into business for themselves, or they might not be working any at all because they need to be at home to take care of the kids and stuff like that. I would hope that Belizeans take up this mantle and really take the opportunity to try to learn what's out there. And I would hope that the financial institutions, and I'm not calling them out, but we do require your support as small and medium and micro businesses, we have many people with great ideas, but they lack the funding to do so, to bring those businesses to fruition. And I'm hoping that with all the different grant programs that are available through the different organizations, whether it's through, not to really boost them up, but I know Atlantic Bank has an MSME program. I know the DFC has an MSME program, and I know Beltrade has an MSME program. So these are organizations that are proven that they are out there and willing to support these businesses. And I hope that people would look at it and be more productive and say, you know what? I want to open a manufacturing business, or I want to do more than to have to do all of my purchasing of my products internationally or even in the region. Because yes, we want to support our regional partners and brothers and sisters as well. But at the end of the day, we really need to make a name for ourselves on the main stage. And I think this this time, especially with everything that's happening in the US, this is a great opportunity for us to really prove how industrious we can be as a country. And I think if there's any time to show that, it's right now. Yes, I see with your
You see?
local
You see,
ramen.
again, the second local in the house. I got more
Yeah.
local I could have bring to
See?
here.
Oh yes,
Mhm.
yes, man.
Hey, Groove, I just got a new commercial for what is it? Rancho Fever pepper sauce.
Yes,
Oh.
and yo, D, could you
So-
give me to one more rancho fever pepper sauce, please?
So
Let me tell you. Do you mean this one, Mr. Frisco?
well, there you
I
go.
told you.
Well, they
Let me tell
will
you
blow me
something.
down.
Yes, that's right. Yo,
I
Andrew,
told
we
Frisco they were
practice.
out in Crooked Tree.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
we
we
got 'em.
practice. We practice what we preach. When we tell people
Yeah.
to try to support and buy local, buy Belizean, we do the same. We know you're telling them to do something what we not do. It's going to be
Yeah.
better for the economy, and in the long run, it's going to be better for all of us.
Yeah.
That's right.
So yeah.
All right, Mr.
So
Usher, thanks, man.
I want to look
No,
at that idea where you say maybe I know I work on the tilapia flavored ice cream. Maybe I just make
the cone.
the cone into a tilapia
Yeah.
shape. You see,
Yeah.
this is why you need to contact BCCI and deal with it. Can I give you good ideas?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Thank you again for having me. And of course, everybody's invited out to the Made in Belize Trade Show this weekend. I know the buses are gonna be out there running, so if you want to come early, you could come early and leave a bit late. But however you make it there, we're going to appreciate seeing you. And stop by right at the entrance. We're gonna have the BCCI space there. Stop by and say hi.
Okay.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, say hi. Yo, Andrew Frisco got on a foreign the other day, and he did at the bus stop to wait for a Greyhound bus to go to Illinois. But he thought that bus that me Creole, and a whole bunch of people there wrong. And when he saw the bus, he said, "Excuse me, is that the Bears?"
Yes, it is the burst.
Yeah.
It's the Bears. Anyway,
I'm going over
Take care,
there.
guys.
man.
Have a great week. Thanks.
You
Yes,
too,
sir.
Andrew.
You
Take
too.
care. Thanks for
care.
stopping
These Chamber of
by.
Commerce and Industry guys,
Bye.
for sure. We're gonna take a break right here inside the morning
Yo,
studio.
Andrew, take us out to a break.
Oh, yeah,
Let
you could do
everybody
that.
know.
That's- yeah.
Audition for a job in media. Let's hear your best radio voice.
No, but you have to tell me what you need me to say, man.
We want you to say, this is Andrew, and you're listening to the Morning Stew on Creme, the greatest radio station in the world of all time.
Yo,
the
man.
greatest show ever in history. Something like that.
Hey,
Yes.
hey. This is Andrew Usher of the BCCI. You're listening to the Morning Stew on Creme, one of the best, if not the best, radio stations in Belize.
There you go. We'll
Can't get
accept
better
that.
than that.
Thank you, Andrew. We break people. We'll be back.
That's exactly what the man do break.
Right.
Said you look like baby bones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the
Yeah,
days.
that's it. That Lisa son of too?
It seems that way. All right. What is it? We're having a little technical difficulty here. We'll try to get situated on XTV as well. You know what it is.
That's right.
Yep. All right. Today is the 13th. Let me push this reminder once more. Yeah. So for people who donate blood, the family of Robert Vanzi is asking for blood donation. So if you know Robbie, or as they call him, Robbie or Vanzi, you can kindly donate blood under that name, Mr. Robert Vanzi. All right, there you go. All right, party people.
Donna said that too. If you count the can before you gone, and when you come back, you're missing some cans. So if you want to know if Frisco know anybody, way, we got a pop can out of the garden.
Boy, them cards be nice though.
Oh, that you? Oh, sorry.
And I had an accomplice.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yep, that was nice. I was surprised when the guy said that we invented a salsa. And I know that dance been around for at least 50 years.
Who?
He said we got a salsa, and just say how you got a salsa.
Okay.
We invented a salsa.
Yeah, but yeah, we want to welcome what's the name of the thing? Rancho Fever Pepper Sauce.
Yes, boy, and that thing they warm. I know I trick you. It warm.
Oh yeah? Great.
Yes. That your cousin did that, D? Oh, okay. Yeah, kind of nice right there. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you all remember the Three Musketeers.
Uh-huh.
There was Cyrano de Bergerac. I believe he was played by Gerard Depardieu. Well, even though he was a musketeer, he was accused of something that was not very knightly. He was accused of rape of two people in 2021. And he was taken to court. He stood trial and he was found. There he is.
That's him.
That man look like he got one little baby to sit down with no diaper and right pan his nose. That it doesn't look like a little baby, but he
that is racist.
Yes, but serious, a lot of people. Smokey Robinson, 85. got 4 sexual assault charges against him. Gerard Depardieu, 75, got 2 sexual. He's been convicted. Puff Daddy, 98. He got 1,000 bottle of baby oil to sue him.
Man.
All that
Yes.
baby oil.
Yes, yeah, that.
Gerard
Yo.
Depardieu.
I like that name. Gerard is Gerard Depardieu. Depardieu.
I like his name.
Yeah, very, very nice. Terrible guy. And you know something though, man, you can't even go around and say terrible guy. Because I am not saying that people are out there to do some worthless thing. There are men out there that do some worthless thing. You know, and some of them need to go to jail. Some of them need to get life in jail for some of the stuff that they did. But we can't play like we not think the same thing when you say, but wait, if somebody did something to you 10 years ago or, 5 years ago, why are you going to do it now? Are you, I don't know. I think a lot of times, I won't say a lot. I think sometimes there could be consensual thing that's going on, but no man they want to say, well, sign this non-disclosure agreement, sign this consent. Nobody answer that. But then something goes wrong and all of a sudden you hear that rape you to rape me. That's what they did with this guy, Jonathan Majors from Marvel, Kang. This girl beat the hell up out of Jonathan Majors, and Jonathan Majors, they have video not doing anything to this girl, but they found him guilty and he lost millions of dollars from Marvel because they kicked him out because of that. So
he's married now to Megan Good.
What? Jonathan Majors?
Yeah.
He should have made a goat with she white or what? Or she black? Megan Good. Oh, that's the girl from Transformers?
I don't know.
Yes, that's the wait, hold on.
Me don't know that.
I think that when you said Megan Good, I thought of this beautiful black girl, but I know that there's a Megan from Transformers. Let me just see. Because, they say once you get bit by a snake the first time, you watch out the second time. So, okay, I'm thinking about Megan Fox. Megan Good is the nice, beautiful black girl. Yes.
That's his wife.
Yes. That's how long they married now?
Not too long ago.
Oh, yeah. I would have married Megan Good.
What are you going to do with Donna?
What? No, I said I would have.
Oh,
I know. Yes. I don't know if Donna would have into that. But, yes. It sounds like Megan Good for true.
Uh-huh.
But you see the problem, the man learned his lesson. He may step out of the boundaries, and the boundaries mess up. They always remind you don't want to win. Some kind of way, they always remind you. So the man is back with his pride. Very, very good, sir. Mazel tov.
Yeah.
Gonna see how good Megan is.
Really? Still looking?
Belize Trans Air. Yeah, I was looking out for Belize Trans Air, but I don't see that in the listing. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think that might have been before that. This good old, and it wasn't mentioned in some of the things that were said of good gentleman.
They did.
And as far as just before that was it was a while before all the social media and everything being posted up. So there's no, honestly, no paper trail.
Yeah.
Or digital trail, I should say.
And I'm going to tell you something.
Online.
When you look back, when you look back at an article like the 10 things you didn't know about Derek Aiken, you only put up that kind of thing about people when they're big. And looking at his accomplishments and what he did, it was, I would have to say, it was an honor getting to know Derek, because I didn't know him a whole lot, but when I did get to meet him, we hit it off pretty good. But I didn't know his role in the history of Belizean politics to the extent that I know now. So respect to him. And we wish you had more people with their conviction like him.
Of course.
Yes. 1 minute past the good hour of 11 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. You're inside the old school Tuesday of the morning stew.
Full pictures, including a baby picture. Can we show the baby picture? For
Oh
the
yes, we got that baby picture on the window. Okay, good.
Oh, there's one up there. Somebody contributed one. So another one, I should say.
Yes, yes.
We'll
Let's go try and guess instead of who that one.
Guess.
I can say right now. Oh, discard. Okay, hold on. I want to move this image
You want to
from
move
here
lines?
and
Look
forward
like
it to there. All
Mhm.
right, they show the other one yet?
No, not yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, who is this? I do believe this may have been at March Photo Studio because I recognize the chair. Yes. I wonder how much
Huh?
I wonder how much babies slide out of that chair.
I don't know.
Right?
Hmm.
Now,
But who is our steward, our girl, Yolanda Peters.
I thought Yolanda Peters?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes, it
okay.
is.
She landed good in the chair. Yes. All right. Hi, Yolanda. I may actually think that that Lisa loves. So I sent up one of another immaculate conception that took place. Yes.
So that's our girl, Yolanda Peters.
Yes. So my phone to work now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What did nephew son do?
Huh?
What did nephew son do with the phone?
They gotta fix my phone for me because for like weeks I didn't have access to a phone. My phone was going on like a jawbone. But now I got a phone, man. I don't even know how to open it.
Uh-oh. Can we see the other picture Steve sent them just now?
Yes, please.
Good morning. Hey.
Look at that right there now. That don't come no younger and cuter than that. Yes. That was mi madre and me. That the one age where I would not want to be again. Because everything when you do depend on somebody to do it for you. And you know, they used to pass you around to everybody, and as a baby, you just say, Lord, no pass me to that one. Oh Lord, they pass me to that one. Yeah. Yeah. All right. If you got one, show it too. Now who that yes. Oh, Lisa, I gotta tell you, my gal, I forgot. You put your foot in that carrot cake. You put your foot. You put your 2 foot in that carrot cake. Yes, because and then we had one nice piece left when everybody got it. Oh, when I go home and I say, kind of cut up the Ghibli pieces to people that were here. And when it was done, there was like Dana, yeah, and there was like one, I know I said small, there was like one slice at the end of the pan. I done Bex already. But when Dana tasted it, she said, well, the rest are for me. I said, no, you give away your share. It's my share. But yo, that was delicious, my girl. And the buns, your buns were delicious.
Oh, really?
Yes.
All right, give me something else from the old school. What else we got? Who eat that nice tamales? Tamales look.
W locked in ATL. Hi, BW.
Yeah, tamales look rich.
That's from ATL tamales?
Yeah,
No.
that's how it is from ATL.
Yeah, man, they can't make tamales like that because if they and find the gongo leaf.
Right at the Spanish market.
Yes, but then if they get them masa.
Hello.
Right, the maseca.
Because
Right
that
at the
look
Spanish
rich.
market.
That tamales look rich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you like your tamales with more col or more con?
Equal proportions.
Right, equal. This tamales BW have there. I like that.
Oh, wait. Want some? I see that picture where we just say, I be thinking.
Nah, but the one that does not too. I like wait.
Yeah, I just realized they watch it.
Online,
Okay,
that came to mind. And it's all right. What else you got on the old school? Come on, hit me up. Time is moving.
BW said those things are easy to get at the Salvadorian tamales, and it's also 7-Eleven, baby.
Yes, it is. Why? Swayze say, just can't get that picture of baby bones out of your mind. Say, shut the eye tight, and you rub your hands on it and still you see the picture.
Yeah.
How dare you, Mr. Swayze?
Call to corn ratio.
Yo, Swayze, if you bad, send in a baby picture of you.
Mm-hmm. Match the thing, man.
7-Eleven,
Right.
yeah, all right. Hit me up with something.
That is your minute to do whatever it is you may want to. Okay,
There you go, lunchbox.
Mm-hmm.
of course. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what was in my
Everything.
lunchbox.
Hmm.
I don't
I
think I
never
have
had
that.
lunchbox.
Another memory there of what was it?
We never had lunchbox. We had a brown paper bag.
Chips, and in the thermos would be some Kool-Aid or Tom.
Yeah.
What happened? My mommy buy we lunchbox one time, but to me that me look like you walk around with extra luggage. So yeah, so we just put it in a sandwich, put it in a little brown bag. I put that in your bag. You
So,
got here.
so the question would be, kids don't use lunchbox anymore, right?
Preschoolers?
Even them, do they still use? I know they have the little, what you call them now? The like the zip
Yeah.
bags. It's not like that, like a box anymore. That like a physical box.
Yeah, lunch bag.
like
It's a lunch bag.
It's like a bag.
I think you could more give that to a small child, but anybody where like 10 and above, I don't think we want that. They think,
No. I mean, even for small kids, they don't use that anymore.
Yeah,
They have the bags. They're designed to keep whatever you have inside cool too, and it's
That's
zip.
right, and
It's
And the thing is with lunchbox, nothing
like
people use
lunchbox,
lunchbox
though.
more.
Yeah.
That when you get in and leave fight that school, what? Your lunchbox come in handy, especially if it's still full.
Yeah, I think that lunch bags they use now,
Yeah, it's lunch
Yeah.
bags.
and then you have to buy your own a little cooler cup, whatever it is they use.
Mm-hmm.
Sippy cups they call it. No, that's what they call it now. But
Right.
yeah, these were a thing back in the day. All right, $4.49 each. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Back in the
Yeah.
day.
What?
Next.
What is the I got here? Swayze send me a picture.
Never
He
you
did.
showed.
But Swayze sent me a picture of his mother when she was 18. But yeah, but all right. She was a beautiful woman, Mr. Swayze. But yeah, now you want to say, because we know that you never so pretty.
Yeah.
Please retire this picture. Never show it again on this deal.
Yo, bro, you retire the picture, but
Retired.
try to
But
tell me where I
people
gotta
send
find
it.
that.
But
Nowhere.
people send
But where
Nowhere.
you could find that.
preschoolers who contribute stuff to us. So.
Yeah, it was discontinued.
They discontinued that?
Yeah.
Really? And that was one of the nicest things they made.
I used to mix it with, you would mix that with your salad and then you would give it a,
Yeah, that's what it was. It was like a salad helper.
like a salad
Oh.
helper. Right. That's it right there.
It was
But
really
wait,
good.
they don't have that. They don't have that near the bottle now.
No.
No.
Isn't that salad dressing?
No, that came
No,
with,
this is
like, that
No,
was a full salad.
Salad itself.
Yeah, that
potatoes,
had-
Yeah.
everything.
Carrots and potatoes and everything in there.
Then should I cancel and catch up and continue with this?
I believe that.
Yeah, because this was very, very
So
good.
if you want to know where Belize we know where we get the salad from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Can.
Everything that was in that can is what we make salad from.
Right. Uh-huh.
Yes.
We got it from the British.
I say, Bean,
Yes.
how dare you put raisins in your salad?
What's that?
Lord.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Too far. Mm-mm.
All right. show
Alone
the school
food
pic.
product. Yes.
Watch your
This
hairstyle.
right
Ah.
here. Yes, this right here is Mama Swayze, 18 years old.
What year was this though? Check the style.
1972.
That's what they say?
Yes, 1972. Mama Swayze at 18 years old.
Check the style. Check the style. I don't know what kind of
Yes.
style that, but yeah.
That's right. Mama Swayze was very, very pretty. I wonder what happened to Darren.
She's still pretty.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Very
Did
good.
we show them for the anniversary?
Yes, we did. Yeah. Mama Swayze still look good. When we saw her, she had silver hair, right? Long, pretty silver hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. You see,
I
ladies
tell
and
you,
gentlemen.
this dehydrated cashew, Brenda did good.
Yes, but I don't know that why I want to dehydrate the poor cashew. Get some water every now and again because they must get thirsty.
It's nice though. I like it.
You know, we have a dehydrator here that I didn't even know how to use it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Why don't we try dehydrate some banana or something? What?
I'll come show you how to use it. Don't worry.
Yo, Dana just gonna back and pull a whole bunch of them yellow banana. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, one thing where I want to tell you now. You notice when I buy pineapple and it's green,
Uh-huh.
that's not the time to eat it. We they know a habit, I they know a habit too, that you wait until the skin get gold and yellow and pretty.
Uh-huh.
And what they said that by then it's already spoiling. They said when you buy a pineapple and it's green, it's ready to eat. It's ready to eat. You know, no, it won't. No, it won't be sour then. You could wait till it's still only yellow if you're still on. You check it out, but they say that by the time you wait until it become completely yellow, it's already on the way out. So yes, very good. I want to say thank you very much for.
Anything else on the old school?
Yeah, but we must come on old school.
Yes, child.
I think everybody used to use everybody used to buy that dinner salad. I don't know.
It was there.
Yeah.
Our Gordon, of course.
Yes, Gordon Gatrell. Yes, it was close. It was
You read that
close.
Shirley, that movie?
Yeah, he did. I googled it, and he did.
Yeah.
But I wonder if that was if Gordon Gatrell was not. Gordon Gatrell can't be real.
Google that.
Gordon Gatrell.
Right.
Then he said, right, is it too big? Theo said, it's tucked into my socks. Oh boy, that's one of the famous episodes. Yeah.
But the funny thing was that she got him to wear it thinking that he was making a statement.
Right.
He actually fell for that. Gordon Gatrell Double Ram Collection. Shop now, featured products, Gordon Gatrell Double Ram. Gordon Gatrell are a real thing?
There you go.
Yes, they're a real thing. Who was, how much did the Gordon Gatrell shirt cost? $95. Flat. Theo wants to impress, okay. But, yeah, Gordon Gatrell. It's spelled Gratrelle. Gordon Gatrell.
Gatrell.
Well, hell, what do you know?
No, you know. No.
All right, next. There you go. What is that, Groove?
That is the new Air Force One.
Boy.
That's being given to his worship.
Okay.
I think they have stopped that because even some of his Republican jawbones and it's like, yo, dude, this look like you passed him up. You can't do that. Yeah. But the funny thing about this plane, when it take off, it actually gallops. I know it. Anything else you got up there for the people?
There's more.
Yes. Okay. The poor girl is out of eggs. Henopause.
Oh,
They're having henopause.
Oh, that is terrible.
Oh, gosh, man.
Yes. Lord have mercy. What happened? What happened at menopause? I mean,
Stuff.
that's where like you go through a big hormonal changes, right?
Google it. Yeah.
Yes, Google it, then you'll know.
We have to do that. We have to do that as a go to help because that's at the time when some women get kind of leave miserable-ish, right?
Ish.
Yeah.
Try Google it.
They get hot flashes and things.
Try Google it.
Where hot flashes? I always wonder, does hot flashes mean that you get sexy or you just get vexed?
Google it.
Got nothing more to say to you.
Nothing more to say. Yes.
They're gonna come at me. They're gonna come at him.
Yeah. What? I didn't try to figure out,
Google
what it is. Menopause is when periods stop for good. So so you don't have to write with no apostrophes and stuff anymore. Menopause is when periods stop.
You're not
for good.
able
You
to
use
have
only-
children anymore. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Why?
Yeah, it's diagnosed after 12 months without a menstrual period.
Without a menstrual cycle.
Yeah, menopause can happen between the ages of 40s and 50s, but the average is 51 in the United States and 51 in the Gulf of America. Menopause is natural. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
All right.
No.
All right. Here's a tip for you before we move on.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
It's 17 minutes after 11. If you're a person, if you have maybe a neighbor or a family member who always come borrow something from you,
Mm-mm.
and sometimes you just don't remember where you lend out until you need it, then you realize where lend out. So we're in
Then
the
you forget
time.
who you lend it to.
We're in the time of the good old cell phone. Easily, when you lend out whatever, sneak a little photo of what you lent,
Mm-hmm.
so
And
that
to
you
who?
can remember what you lent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's true.
Because I know that in my neck of the woods, people go a habit of borrow your thing, but then like they hold it for long until maybe you forget, and then you forget when you need your thing, you don't have it, but you forget who you lend it to.
This is what I'm saying. So you sneak
Yeah,
one
and
little
then-
picture right in there. You know, we always go through with pics.
Mhm.
6 months later, you get a lead job for do I tell you, look, they haul your tools out of the bag.
Mm. What do you do then?
What? Well, you take back your tools. That's why I got my initials on my tools.
Mm.
Yes,
But
don't lend
I
out
just-
your tools.
Okay.
Yes, keep your tools in your tools box.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All
Let
right.
me see here.
Very good. Let me see. You got the Garden Gate Trail out the way. Route
Mhm.
66 gone. I didn't miss one thing.
What are you
All right,
missing?
let me try to get the Ram. You gotta go on, Ram. Yo, yo. Yes, sir. What is up, my friend? Hold on.
Me?
Yeah, what up, what up? Talk to me.
Greetings. Well, bye. Greetings to you and Groove. The tilapia king let down the people. The man had no wine, no tilapia wine, not nobody.
No tilapia wine. I get a couple of them drunk though.
Anyway, Lisa, Mona Lisa, love greetings again. When you mention the young man mentioned the business down in Macau, the made in Belize. That's very well, you know. I feel happy to hear this thing. And sometimes when I mention the monopoly of foreign business in Belize, you know, some people don't like hear it, but that's how I talk. When I did at tourist village, I used to holler, welcome to Belize, don't buy Chinese. And some people say, no, but you don't like Chinese. I said, no, I don't say that. I said, buy Belize. That's what I mean to say. Because you don't go to China to buy Belize. You go to China, you buy Chinese. I don't have nothing personal against any Chinese. A lot of Chinese, I know them and they're my friend. But that's my point, the monopoly. Because if you travel as I did, you see so many Chinese business around Central Caribbean, everywhere. But they do not monopolize. In those countries, you still have chances for the local people. Everybody, they own foreigner, they run the business. And then they mentioned dehydrated cashew seed. You have to be careful because Guatemala is the second largest in Central America with the cashew seed. And I don't know who it happened, but I see a lot of the cashew man come from Guatemala to sell it in Belize. No, all I grew were living in a cashew land. You know the difference. The Guatemalan cashew is totally dehydrated, but it's for one reason that I learned. They extract the oil from the cashew. So you know good. So when they bring here, they don't bring trash, right?
A lot of people boil the cashew, you know. A lot of people boil the
But I'm
cashew
happy
seed.
to do that the lady make tamales and they make panales out of cashew because I want Belizean to come out of the whole believe that panales only from beans and fish to all Central America, you taste all kind of different flavor panades. All kind. Not only fish and beans. Yeah. So it's very important that people is open their eye. Then the young man say that Belizean, no one to buy Belizean product because I feel like it's expensive. That might be a reason, but in my street experiences, I used to be a street mart guy from the 90s up. And I learned one thing with some Belizean, maybe not all, they have a belief that if they don't buy the product from a specific name store, then they don't feel like they ain't got any good thing. So if you are out there on the street or an entrepreneur, businessman on the street side or a little flea market, if you are there and you have good product or the same product, they don't believe it's as good as the one from the prestigious store. So at the end, they end up they pay them more than what they pay me. Because if we have a wood carving, for instance, if we have any good piece of wood carving, and we as the local that used to make it and carry it down in a mass color area there, Belize City, and you sell a wood carving because you make it, you sell it for 100 Belize's, or the man buy no got better price, you carry it to the CSR, give me 75 man. But when you go to the prestigious stores, you can't tell them if they give you a better price. Because they buy it from the people who make it, and the people who make it crash them. It's sad. Crash means if you cost $50 after you finish it, you have to end up and give it for 20 because that's the only way how you go get rid of it. So you give it to a prestigious store, and then when you go back and look at the price, you left there for 20 or 40, and you go back to see it for $150, and sadly again, people go in there, local tourists that come from Belizean tourists come from the city, go pay $150 for something we don't want to pay you $50. Okay?
Right.
But we don't know. That's how the way life goes. You know, I've been to a lot of things. The last thing I could tell you, I remember at Christmas time, I brought a lot of products, you know, and of course they were not made in Belize, but the prestigious stores have the same product as me. And believe me, almost midnight catch me and people wouldn't buy a piece from me. But in the crazy, all the shops, everybody crazy in the shop. Meanwhile, my product no sell none at all. Because they believe maybe you know good, maybe you know this. I tell look on it, man, look on it good, check it out, inspect it. Huh? It's sad, but it's like in Belize, they don't encourage entrepreneurship. When you travel even to London, as Groove mentioned, in Regent Street, London, in many different large countries, all kind of flea market and street vendor. And people happy to go there because you get bargain. Anyway, respect, I got.
Yes, sir.
All right. And that's one of the best bargains in a phone call right there. You get all the information you need. That's right.
Yeah, send a shout out to CY.
Of course, in tune.
How you living? Huh?
Kathleen EB as well. Good morning. Paladin. Hello.
Yes, morning to Marlon. Yes, and I do. Wait, I see another picture. Now, who that one they know? Who's
Where?
the little baby girl in the white dress?
I don't know. Let me grab this. Carmelo.
Good morning, I missed God for so many days.
Go on, Hector.
Today just Tuesday.
Vacation, but I could not get in because it was not my hour, I think, on my minutes. But there are many things that should have been rectified if I had the access. But nevertheless, whatever. Airlines, you all mentioned Derek Eisen. There were two groups before that attempted to have a Belize national airline. The first crowd was Mr. Courtney, the old man, Don Wahib Habet, Wilhelm Arnold, black millionaire, and Guy Nord. They introduced an airline which was going to be the national carrier of Belize. But by ill advice, they extended a bit too much from the beginning by establishing branches in San Pedro Sula, in Merida, in Guatemala City, before they had introduced themselves south of Australia in Dome. Then we had Mr. Jerry Nisbet, very promising entrepreneur, started and he built another national carrier. I think it was British Airways, if I'm not mistaken. And again, because of not support from the government, his own government never granted him passengers which by the numbers. They go abroad on holidays or whatever, but they did not sponsor his airline, so it went down. Then young Derek Aikman came afterwards and he formed another airline. I think it was British Airways Limited or something like that. And again, poor Derek tried his best. But politically, he was smashed down by pressuring the Belize Bank to bring him down to ask for a order of bankruptcy or something like that. Then poor Derek airline went down. This goes to show you that Belizeans don't want anything Belizean. And so Derek was banned an order of bankruptcy that he could not run even in politics. But in my opinion, and Derek came to me many years ago when he was at the University of Miami to ask me to please help him with his thesis about Belize. And I did. He sat with me many hours at home and he went. And when I heard is that Derek was in politics and defeated the greatest man of the land in those days, he defeated George Kilbride, which was a mystery, almost an impossibility, but it happened. So it goes to tell you that Belize is full of talent. Belize is full of bright people, but they are being kept down. And I'm speaking as the oldest politician in Belize. There's no other one older than me. I will be 75 years in politics on the 3rd of December this year. I will complete 75 years in active politics, and I want to brush it up, but I don't know how to. Some people is allowed to tell me it's only 50 for second politics out there. But it is to me it's a pleasure. Yesterday I wrote the history of Belize in a triangle. I hope every Belizean will see that documentary that I made yesterday. I spent the whole day. The triangle. The triangle includes Tipu, Clarissa Parks, and the monument in Benquevejo. That is the story of Belize, the three pillars that founded the nation of Belize. The Maya, the settlers, and then the 59 heads of Anglo-Guatemalan team. So we put that into a package that will be the only one ever made in the history of Belize. And I'm boasting about that and challenging any so-called historian to contradict what I gave yesterday. It was a hard day for me. I had to work so very hot days at Negro Man and Clarissa Falls, but it was made, and I am so happy that I have fulfilled my obligation by making this documentary. And I hope universities will use it, and schools, and the general public. Thank you so much.
All right. All right,
Hector.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you, Don Hector.
Yep.
Right. Very, very good information. The thing that we do know is that I think that Derek was set up by both parties, from what I read. He was set up by both parties. And they wanted to get him out because I think that the thing is, he never, PUP didn't like Derek because Derek beat George Price. UDP never liked Derek because Derek left the party.
Right.
So two of them whole malice against son.
Mm-hmm.
Old school. All right, yeah. There you go. All right, what else you got? What else you got?
Hit us with your best shot, Miss Christy
Hit us with your
Darling.
best
Christy
shot.
Darling upstairs. By the way.
Christy darling.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. If not, we go on to the girly word.
There.
Hit us with the
What
best
you
shot.
going fast? Time going fast. Did not realize it.
Yep. 1 second.
1 second.
No, you.
No, Christy did not show her picture, did she? Are we ready? It says, the most important person to keep your promises to is yourself.
Very good. That's right. So if you're gonna lie to yourself, you're gonna lie to anybody.
Any and everybody, oh. So the most important person to keep your promises to is yourself.
There you go.
Okay.
Very good.
Pause for your man's perspective. Right, Boka, you think you're allowed the Boka? You have to lower your radio.
Yeah. Groover, yeah.
I am hearing you.
You mentioned something just now very interesting about Mr. Derek Aikman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if people that had studied politics from the 80s, and Derek was, like you say, you know how Sugar was the 14 when he made Mr. Goldstein, IP in a PUP side?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Derek was the young Sugar coming up that was more forward in the PUP side. Derek was one of the first politicians, I think, came and, from the green political science that came to believe and went into politics. Because all of our politicians in the past were either off on the streets, union, or were attorneys. But Derek came with a new era of politics, and when Derek came, he came and a lot of young people were behind him. And another say, like what Creole said, the man had swell. But when the man did George Price, it was a momentous occasion for him and the party. But farther than just beating George Price, I think what happened is that the current, remember Derek rose up to chairman of the party. That was the highest he had reached with the UDP. But I think it's just like in any other political era, there was a power struggle for how high he could have ascended. And you have this, then we have another brilliant politician that was coming up, was exactly the same thing like Derek. So he was, we don't know who that politician was, the former UDP Prime Minister, Honorable Dean Barrow. He and Derek were on that same pace for who will have become the next leader of UDP. And somehow a little Esther, and I use the word Esther because, and I went to quote, a little Esther went on between the two, and we all know how that ended up with Derek being, first of all, losing his seat in Freetown due to bankruptcy. Then he ended up vexed with the UDP because of the Maritime Era Act when he went and joined Mr. Goldstein, Hubert Ellington, B. Cupids, and we all know the story about that Maritime Era Act. So the story of Derek with the UDP should be that's a very interesting topic to anybody who wants to study political history and believe. Very, very interesting. And anybody who old in a politics, who knew politics from the 70s, 80s, even up to today, will tell you how that story, depends on who version of it, one thing, but how that story actually went with the downfall of Mr. Aikman. It's a very interesting story that should be listened to.
You also said something very important in a conversation, was that he brought something different, something new. And we don't like that. And then, just as in recently, we have a fear of something different, something new. So what happened as usual, we come together to destroy it and get rid of it. Then later on, we're going to look back and say, well, you know something, maybe we should have tried. But we have that habit. Yeah, we got that habit.
The only problem, Groove, I always notice it, with two things I notice with us Belizeans is that we go by emotions a lot and we're afraid to adapt to changes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the two things I notice with most people, we as a country in Belize. Anytime a new era of something comes in, we always hesitant. It's that I'm wondering now if because we have gotten in the past, even our grandparents or great-grandparents has gotten burned by the British or by those people so much that till when changes come, we hate to adapt to it. Because I'm telling you something, when we were growing up and tongue citing to these same people like in that 90s era or early 2000 that went outside and to America and those European universities that went to study engineering, when they guys came back, like I'm going to say the names, like Roque Martos, say Khaled Bunas Mejia, and those guys came back as engineer. You notice when they used to build building, I believe it was just a wooden pile. Like the trees themselves they use as tile for foundation. But when these guys came back from study, a new era of building come to Belize, they started to use a cement pile. So nobody used the tree pile again, which the cement we figured will last longer. But if you look at those houses in the Kings Park area and other buildings in Belize that built in the 70s, 60s, and even early 90s, it was just wooden pile. Nothing was on cement pile. But they bought a new era of engineering, and it's cheaper. And, well, the environmental people, they love it because they save the trees. So they chop down the trees again. But they bought a new era of design to Belize, and that's the way we're going right now. So when it comes to things like for changes, we're hesitant, but sometimes we accept it late, and sometimes we accept it too late. It don't go past way, and sometimes we just tune in and we get with the flow. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
You're one and only.
Yo, B-Red said that Gordon Cottrell was a producer on The Cosby Show.
Okay.
Okay. Check the credits.
Did not know that. Yeah.
Probably so.
All right.
All right. Man's perspective. Let's keep it
Very good.
rolling.
First part of it, make yes.
Make ye haste.
Yes.
Forward.
Make thee haste. Pray tell. First part of the man's perspective for this day, the 13th day, the eve of the day.
What day?
What?
I'll say.
What? You see how you go? You see? That's why.
What is the?
That's why you live in the lap of luxury, because you don't need to know.
Yeah.
All right. Most people are not seeking truth. They are searching for comfort in their illusion.
Ooh, that deep.
Yes, most people are not seeking truth. They are looking for comfort in their illusion. So remember that.
Illusion.
Yes, that's why I've maintained that there are certain people I refuse to speak to because I shan't, like my English word, I shan't be a part of their illusion. I think they should have used the word delusion instead of illusion because it's usually a delusion.
All right.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we join Mr. Frisco for part 2, the second part of the man's perspective.
All right. Well, here's a question for experienced minds. Let's get a take because this might be, subjective. But pay attention to the question very carefully.
Keenly.
Groove, help me out. Help them boys out in them streets.
Them young whippersnappers.
Yes. Now here it goes. What's the best compliment you could say to your girlfriend?
The best compliment you can say to your girlfriend?
Yes.
I love you.
Is that a compliment, Lisa? Does that fly?
That's the biggest lie. But I'll tell you, I love you must be the biggest lie told. but it is also.
Is that a
the
compliment?
most direct.
I think the biggest lie, Steve, is that I'm okay.
No, when you
I'm
talk about lie, when you talk about compliment.
Yes, but
Compliment. You look
he said
beautiful.
lie.
You look
That's right. See
beautiful.
that one? That's so generic.
Right.
But
You're beautiful.
but all compliments are basically. What you want to tell? I like the way your bottom smell when you take off your shoes.
That's why I ask you, if you think deep and hard enough, what would be the best compliment? And again, because
okay, you know what? The best compliment I could have given my babes. If I could live 1,000 lives over, I would like for you to be the constant. I would like to live a life with you as many lives as I can. I mean, other than that, I love you. Your panada is nice. Yes,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Right. So does the if you say what's the best compliment? Does the beautiful? Because all of that is generic.
Yeah.
That wouldn't fly, right? That everybody said that.
Yeah.
Lisa, what would be the best compliments somebody would? What would you because and again you have to know who you have as a partner. Because you might say something where fly over their head and you can't just wear the compliment that you gave them. So it all depends on who you have as a partner. Okay, you go too deep, they might not get it.
Right.
All right. So at least how did would you appreciate that? Okay, you're beautiful and
those are generic
physical stuff.
Yeah, I'd go for the I love you.
I think one of the best compliments that this one I like. Being around me is so calming. I calm whatever you're going through, but my voice or we conversing is good. You look so better naturally than with makeup on. Well, thank you. I don't really wear makeup, just gloves, but
yeah. I think the compliment you just show that you are completely pleased. You would not change nothing.
I had to search the best compliment because the beautiful stuff.
What you just say?
That's why I had to search for it. That's why I asked the question because the beautiful stuff,
Yeah, that's sort of kind of generic. Yeah, that's.
We're not saying that you have to say it. If it's the truth, it's the truth. But I never say one compliment. I said the best compliment you could give your girl.
Well, I think the best compliment.
Help you out here. What would be the best compliment you could give?
Yo, babe.
I'm their safe place. I'm their peace. I am.
Okay, good. So they pass the physical with that. There you go.
You complete me.
That too.
Yeah. I think that the continuity.
All right, here's one from us. Because you are both beautiful inside and out, but even more so because you are intelligent and thoughtful.
Hola, then you try to get some.
Well, they say that's worked for them in the past, so they're good.
Yeah.
Heard that.
You look so better. Casale said you look so better naturally than without makeup on. He said that come out of Pimp 101. That's right. Yeah, but it's hard to just come up with a generic compliment. A compliment usually come at the spur of the moment when something particular happens and you respond with a compliment. But just to say what is a generic compliment, there's a million generic compliments. But I think that I think that I remember I told my mother that. I said, Mom, I just want you to know, if there's a way that we could link up again in some other life, I would love to do it again. And that's, I think you can't give nobody a better compliment than that, to let them know that through all you've been through in this life, I would do it again with you again. I think that's cool. Yeah. No. Because sometimes I get vexed and say, if I ever see you in the next life, me, I purposely get rid of you.
Nah.
Yes, they got anyone like that for you. Yeah.
All right. Here's one. You bring out the best version of me that there ever is or ever will be. Oh my.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
heard that.
Yeah. All right.
Somebody got Google that. The best compliment you could give a woman, nobody make one better rice and beans than you, girl.
Yeah,
That is very true.
That we know.
Yeah, okay, at least you think the women like that kind of compliment, like if you made something and it's so nice that you get a compliment that behaves this thing as delicious. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
all right. That go
We
far,
would-
no?
Yeah. You gain points. You gain points.
Okay.
We would tell you what are the best compliment a woman could tell a man, but this is a family show.
Exit stage left. We gotta take a break. I'll come back with the weather and birthdays real quick. We'll be right back.
That's right. That's right.
things. Redder.
And your pepper sauce in the chingum shop.
Oh, yeah.
I rate it.
I the wonder why I miss the guy out there on Cashew Fest.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend was the granddaughter, I think, of those people we met from Chicago.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, okay, the Cantos.
Yeah, because when he met there with her, with the young lady. So that's why I told her I met you already through Reda.
Okay.
But yo, Reda say me I set up one jingle for it. I tell him because we tried play the last jingle, but all the people heard was beep 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 beep. Yes.
When the man mash it up with his rancho, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Man stay up to the
Yeah, I rate it.
Rancho fever, hot pepper sauce, find it in a
Planting up here. And we got 2 bunch of planting, but they're not ready yet. So 4 were not ready yet. So you had to go and buy planting from the store. That crooked tree. You know what we pay for that crooked tree?
$1?
$2 for them. $1 each. That
Yeah.
crooked tree.
Wow.
Carry this back to stone can you in face with this and tell them if we do this planting for me now.
How we pay some place that believes one tell her the same, so I feel no way.
So
But this that bush, my boy.
I know.
I did two for $3.
And this the right fire.
Oh, okay.
Clear.
Right fire.
Well, you know if you do that, you just put some rancho fever pepper sauce on it.
How you mean? Rancho pepper sauce is a thing you eat.
Yo, I couldn't find a better person to do that jingle, eh? And the way how they do that hard. That make us want to go buy one rancho's pepper sauce right now.
Pepper sauce.
Of course, you're going to pass the supermarket anyway.
Yeah, I like what man say.
All right.
Hold on.
Hit it one more time.
Yeah.
Through, man. Pass through. I think that when somebody discover Reda will blow up because he got the international flavor. He got one Belizean international flavor.
Yeah, Red Fire hard, man. Anything touch the stage, man, hard. But yo,
A lot of things make sense with his sauce because the name fire, pepper sauce, hot, fire, hot, Reda, pepper sauce, got leave ready in the toe. All kind of things.
Yo, get me a bottle real quick.
Yes.
Where a bottle leg roof?
You think I had to play? Right, yeah. And then the only one I got 2.
Man.
Yes.
All right, there you go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
That's because I told Frisco that we need to go check the pepper sauce are over there, but we never got around to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no worry. I did.
I know you
We're
did.
going to do weather or birthdays?
Yeah. Let's do the weather real quick.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I do not know this woman's first name. I know that I'm an auntie, and auntie was married for a short time to Mr. William Social. So, ladies and gentlemen, Auntie Social.
Oh gosh, man.
Me case.
So, here's your weather for today. Generally fair weather conditions prevail. In our forecast, sunny with a few cloudy spells today and clear to partly cloudy skies tonight. Showers will be isolated. Winds blowing east southeast at 5 to 10 knots. The seaside is light chop to choppy. Waves beyond the reef 2 to 5 feet. Temperatures for today on the coast 87 degrees Fahrenheit. Inland areas 93 degrees Fahrenheit, and in the hills 9 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. We are currently experiencing a high tide. A low tide comes in at 5:15 later on this evening. Another high is on schedule at 11:24 p.m., followed by another low at 4:17 early Wednesday morning. Sunset this evening at
1656.
and the moon will rise at 7:24. Last night was a beautiful moon, by the way. In our outlook, this is through to Wednesday night. It's for mainly fair weather with only isolated showers. Tariq Matthews is our forecaster, and that's your weather. Miss Beulah, hello.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we were going to have our Asian Juan Hung Lo come in, but Mr. Juan Hung Lo could not make it, so we had to get Mr. Duplessis. From Mr. Duplessis is from France. Isn't that right, Stanley? Ladies and gentlemen, stand up, please. Turn on your mic, yeah, work better so.
Hey, work better.
Yeah. I can't believe it. Some people they send me, huh?
What?
That's terrible. Ay.
Bella said her 3-year-old grandson rate the song. She likes it.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Hi, Miss Beulah.
All right. So what the man say no?
Yes. Do tell.
Cynthia said what Steve said first. I don't know what Steve said
first, but yeah, that right there. I mean, I see today, tomorrow, cloudy periods here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Easterly flow. Notice the swing in the direction of the moving into the weekend. I mean, I see no major rain event, but we do see some cloudy spells here and there. Those might bring showers here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything long term? Let me see. Anything in the long term? Not so much. Maybe next week we might be visited. Away next week. I left that alone.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I'll leave that alone.
People get ready.
Yeah. So I mean, nothing significant like what happened over the weekend.
Yes.
Actually, over the weekend it was calling for more than what happened, but most of that convection associated with that front went offshore.
Mm-hmm.
On Saturday night, so Sunday, wasn't bad.
It was hotter than a mug.
Initially, the model showed that moisture hanging around on Sunday, but nada. Very good.
See why?
I know. See that true? Aye, boy. I see why.
It was in a different box. Ain't that something?
Why Barbie didn't get pregnant?
Why, Steve?
Because
Ken was in a different box.
No, I never said Ken was in a different box.
That's right. Yeah.
Ken came in a different box.
He came in a different box.
Right.
All right, you get it?
Yes.
That's what she said.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lenny Bailey. Let's get right into it.
Today,
do these birthdays real quick.
Waiting for.
Wrap it up.
Today is your birthday.
What? Who take this picture? It's a nice picture.
We just can't wait.
Where was this taken?
Celebrate. Because today is your birthday.
All right, who we got? Who's celebrating a birthday today?
Well, I see. Nobody born today, in my thing.
Me either. Christy's asking.
Nobody? So why we do the birthdays? First of all, y'all say we have the birthday. Then y'all got no birthday? Yeah, terrible.
Dead.
Let me go to the book, because y'all just terrible. Let's the book load up.
It's him.
You know how the book goes. So, according to the book, Troy Brendel, birthday today.
There you go.
Brittany
Happy
T.
birthday.
Reynolds. Brittany T. Reynolds is celebrating a birthday. Darcy Ford. Torres Neal. Celebrating a birthday today. Hey, my bedroom Ernest Mains, the musician, the singer, is celebrating a birthday today. Zelia Mosiah. I don't know if Zelia and Zena are the same person or they're not twins. I don't know. But yeah. That's it right there. Sarita Dominguez had a birthday yesterday. Emery Gill had a birthday yesterday. Not DJ Gilla.
There you
That
go.
Gila too.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
DJ Gilla. Birthday was yesterday. So yeah. All right, guys, that's it. We got to get on out. Somebody send a picture real quick. Where was this taken? For rain.
Me don't know.
Look at that groove. You see the pot of gold?
That's a beautiful. Yeah, that's a beautiful. I did zoom in for see that what that dark thing where the rainbow to go over.
Where was it taken though?
Yeah, it was taken by the beach.
Right.
No, but you see that dark thing where they right before the rainbow hit the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what that is.
Right.
That was a bird.
You think it's a plane? It's a $400 million jet.
Mm-mm.
Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's a bribe.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
It's a bribe. All right. All right. No destination. No location. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get on out, Lisa.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for stewing with. Take care of yourself. Keep yourself hydrated. And where possible, in the shade. Stay safe. We love you so much. We want you to know that, all right? If God is willing, we will see you right back here tomorrow. Take care of you. And you and I promise to take care of me. Miss Christy, darling, take care of you. Thanks to all of our stewards at home and abroad. We love you. Ayo.
Mr. Before and after.
Mr. Before, also the Major Andrew. Ayo.
Oh boy. Hold on. Where is it? There it is.